Martin figure that out.
All right, the stream is started. Can you just check on your YouTube once?
Martin, can you just pin me for everybody?
Yeah,
Or am I already pinned?
I think you're already pinned, but then to help you. Yeah, you're pinned.
Awesome. Awesome. Let Martin figure that out.
All right, the stream is started.
Awesome. So stream has begun. I'm just looking at the stream on YouTube. Lovely. Lovely. We have 500 people watching there. We have 500 people here. A lot of people are going to watch the recording. Firstly, guys and girls, welcome to the second such webinar that we're doing. I'll tell you why we do this, and I'll tell you why we do a video editing cohort. When we started AevyTV, I had this problem that I really wanted to make high production content. And I thought that the creators in India weren't doing it very well. And thanks to what I do, my main job is that I'm CEO of a company called Avalon. We are now valued, I don't know, north of 100 crores, probably even more than that. And, this is sort of YouTube, and building distribution was a side thing I always wanted to do. And the thing was, no creator was approaching it from that production level. And when we spoke to some of these creators, they said, hey, we would love to hire video editors if only we knew how to find good ones, right? And on the other hand, there were a ton of good video editors who simply didn't know how to break into the system, right? And at the same time, there are a lot of people who wanted to become video editors. And in fact, video editing is the path to going from, a nobody to breaking into the creator industry, right? Because the creator industry is a very small space. Everybody knows each other, and getting in seems to be the hardest thing ever. So that's when, we had started the AV channel. And we also started a cohort when we started the channel. We said, hey, we are going to teach people how to learn video editing. We're going to teach them from the people that actually edit videos. We're going to teach them things like 3D, which nobody else does in India, right? And we kicked that off. And, at that point, we had like 50,000 subscribers on the channel. Actually, less than that. We had like 20,000, 25,000 subscribers on the channel. The best videos we were pulling, I think the Amazon video had pulled 50,000 views. Since then, I just want to let you know how far we have come as a channel in the last 2 months. We have gone from 50,000 views on our best performing video to now pulling 1.2 million views on our best performing video, having now close to 173,000 subscribers. I think we just hit 173,000 subscribers. This month, in terms of subscriber rate, we have grown faster than people like Ankur Warikoo and Tanmay Bhatt. And that is saying something, right? That means we are now growing at a velocity that even, we never expected. Our videos routinely pull 300, 400K views. I think we know the YouTube game inside out now. And with that growth, with that fame, with the quality of video editing that many of you are used to and are accustomed to, a lot of inbound requests came to us saying, please help us hire. Everybody, Nas Daily, Raj Shamani, people like Finance with Sharan, right? All over the place, lots of creators, lots of businesses coming to us saying, please give us video editors. And we are willing to pay them much more than they would get in the market outside, right? So we said, hey, we should probably make a cohort out of this. We should teach people, how video editing works. And what we want to do in this session is I want to tell you what the cohort is about by showing you what a sample class is like, by showing you exactly how we do things. This is a free session. It's a free workshop. You are going to learn something by the end of it that I promise you. You're going to learn how video editing can actually be done. You're going to learn what the secret sauce, or at least one or two of the secret pieces of ingredients of our success is. And once you learn that, or once you enjoy that, if you want a longer journey, if you want that transformation from being a nobody into breaking into the creator industry by being a video editor, if you want a job, if you want to be paid money making, or even if you're freelancing, if you want to start making money sitting out of your house, if you want access to the creator network, if you want access to friends, cohort members who are learning the same skills as you, and we have 3 of them from our last cohort here who will tell you about their experiences. All of that is coming up today. So I'm going to shut up now, and I'm going to introduce the 3 people that I hired to kind of make AV possible. The first one is Okus. You all know him. That's Shirsh. He's putting his hand up there. Shirsh is, he's a YouTuber himself. And Shirsh is one of the best people I've met, one of the most enthusiastic people I've met. He's edited for people like Carrie Minati. He's edited for like the who's who, right? And I'll let him introduce himself. We have Varun Kuntur. You've seen him, act in many facets before. Varun has been working with me on my own channel. I have a Varun Maya channel where I put up just one video this month, and that video pulled 500,000 views, right? So we do. I mean, I'm just lazy on that channel, but we know the secret to pulling views. And Varun, has been helping me edit these videos, do my content for the last 2.5 years, actually longer than that. And then finally, there's Martin, who has worked with Avalon, my main company, for many years, and is now helping AV sort of break into the next dimension. We also have a bunch of other people. We have Sanik, who's actually somebody who joined us recently. And then we have a bunch of people who are part of the previous cohorts, right? But I'm going to shut up now, and I'm going to let or give the stage to Okus. Okus, over to you.
Yeah, I hope everybody can hear me. Can everybody hear me? All right, beautiful. All right, guys. So, of course, Varun has already introduced me, and he's told a lot of good stuff about me. But I would like to introduce myself once again, to be just so that everybody can understand and everybody can know. And to be honest, little secret, just because I created a very nice slide, and I want you guys to show it to you guys. That is the only reason behind it. So, all right, can we open the first slide, please? All right. Of course, you guys have already met the team. Next slide. There it is. A lot of you guys might know me as Sheesh. Many of you will know me as Okus or Papa Okus. I've been an editor for 6 to 7 years of my life, and I've been the creator for much, much, much longer. I've been working with all the names, all the biggest people in Asia. Carrie Minati has been, who's the biggest YouTuber in Asia. Ashish Chanchalani again, who pulls 50 million views per video. We have Slay Point. We have Simon Says, of course. I've also worked with a lot of big companies. Like Red Bull, like Netflix, like Amazon Mini TV. I also ran a creative agency, which was very video editing focused. That's where we work with people, like, with the companies like Red Bull and Netflix and Amazon. And we also work with PNG Jewelers. We worked with a ton of people, right? If you've seen Red Bull's Game On series that have recently come, that was done by my company. And I've been doing this for a very long time. All right, next. Yeah.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome. My name is Martin. I used to work at Avalon, but I work with AV now. And I've been an editor for almost 6 years. I used to work with people like Piyush Jha, who's a Bollywood director. He's directed films like Sikandar, Chalo America, and King of Bollywood. Right? I've worked with Varun for a very long time, Varun Maya, as well as Shashank Udupa, Abhinav Arora, Tanay Pratap, as well as Stoa and Newton School at some point. I'm very excited to be here. Very excited to, kind of bring this free webinar to you guys. And I'm very excited to see you guys in the cohort. Varun?
Oh, yeah. So I'm Varun, guys. If you like Varun already introduced, like Varun Maya already introduced, my name is Varun Kuntur. And my work in video editing has been with a company called German Animation Studio, which is called Kurzgesagt. If you don't know who they are, just look them up on YouTube. They're probably, I don't even know how many subscribers they have right now. I think they have like 6-7 million subscribers right now. I joined with them as an illustrator and then went to become an animator with an expertise in After Effects. I've also ran my own agency like Sheer, right? So I've worked with big names. Name the company. I've worked with them, say Cultfit, ABB, Zenith, JSW Steel. I work with a lot of these big names. And that's it. That's about me. So let's get on to the main part. So yeah, I forgot about this. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Hi guys, hi, I'm Sanet. So I recently joined AV as a new editor. So I've been editing for around 2 years now. I've been editing with creators like Soch by Mohak Mungal. I started with Prakar Ke Pravachan. And like these guys, even I used to run my own agency. Not as big a scale as them, but I work with a few creators like Nitish Rajput and Marketing Shvanshu. And also a few Web3 brands like Sahicoin. So look forward to meeting you guys here.
All right, beautiful. So what I want to do right now is I want to do a small quiz. Okay, you guys can see a Q&A button in front of you guys. So I'll ask you the questions and I want to see what you guys answer. Okay, so Somebody saying sound is not coming. Is that true? Everybody can hear. Okay, okay, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, so I want to do a little bit of quiz because I want this is the workshop. This is a sample workshop of what you guys are going to be experienced once you decide to join the cohort. But even if you don't decide to join the cohort, I still want you guys to learn a little bit, understand how we work here and how YouTube works or how editing works. Pick up some sort of knowledge one way or another. Okay, so this small quiz, we have done multiple videos at this point, but these are one of our first ever videos that we did. We did a video on Marvel, all right? A Marvel video where we broke down the case study of Marvel, like how Marvel makes money and how they really came from dirt and now are a multi-billion dollar company, multi-billion dollar production studio. And so we broke that down, all right? And then we also made a video with Finance with Sharon. Finance with Sharon, of course, as you can see, has 1.9 million followers on Instagram, and he has more on YouTube as well, almost like 500, 600K on YouTube, and he pulls like anywhere from 2 million to 5 million views per post that he puts. He's absolutely massive. All right. And on the other hand, we have our very close friend. We really respect him. We have a channel called Think School that is run by somebody called Ganesh. We really respect him, and he's been a very well wisher for AV. Okay, so we made a video on Marvel case study, and Think School decided to share it. As you can see on the left hand side, there is a post where Think School is posting and they're telling about AevyTV. And on the right hand side, as you can see, we did a video with Finance with Sharon. It was a vlog where we decided to dress Finance with Sharon as a finance baba. We took him out on one of the biggest mall in India, and we sat him down. We did a very crazy panel where a lot of people were coming and asking for financial advice. It was crazy, right? And Finance with Sharon, as I said, of course, 1.9 million followers. But the question to you guys is, right? Enough context. The question to you guys is, which video do you think performed better? Marvel video, which was promoted by Think School, right? Think School pulls around 500K views, or Sharon, which one of a few of his reels has pulled like 10 times that number, 5 million reels, like 5 million views, 10 times. Okay, I want to ask you, which video do you think did well? There's a Q&A section. You can go and type. I'm going to be waiting. Actually, there's a poll. There's a poll out there. Yeah, there's a poll in front of you. You guys can tap on any of these polls so that I can see what your answer is. I want to see which do you guys guess? Okay. Oh, okay. Some of you guys are guessing. I'll let the poll go for a few more seconds, and I want to see what you guys are answering. And I'm very interested in what you guys answer. If you guys will be able to get it correct or not. Okay, let's end the poll. So as you can see, can they see the poll?
I'll share the results.
Okay, yeah. So as you can see on your screen right now, Marvel has gotten the highest role, and Finance with Sharon has gotten like 30%. So there's a 70-30 split. Let us reveal who did actually better. Let us see. And the winner is Marvel. That was shared by Think School. But the question comes to you, why? On the other hand, on one hand, you have Finance with Sharon, right? Pulling 10 times the views that Think School was pulling. And again, Think School just shared the post. He didn't actually like go out and promoted it very vigorously. He just was like, hey guys, there's a community, there's a good channel that I really like. You guys can go and watch it. But then again, like so many people, we gained around 4,000 subscribers alone from that single post in one single day, which is huge, which is a huge number, especially because we were at 10,000 subscribers when we posted that video, a little less than that, right? So my question to you guys is, why do you think this video performed better? Why do you think, even though we featured somebody like Sharon who pulls 5 million views a reel, right? Why do you think, what happened that Sharon's video didn't do as well? Now you guys won't be able to find that Sharon video on AevyTV because we decided to private it, because we decided to stop doing vlogs. But still, vlogs is such a big genre on YouTube. Casey Neistat is there. Saurav Joshi, who pulls 10 million views in some of his videos, right? We have had Mumbaikar Nikhil, who's been pulling so many views for so long. Why? What happened? Editing and animation, somebody saying, okay, the information presented might be the key factor. Okay, Marvel has more target audience. People have habit of watching Marvel. Okay, that is, I'm not too sure about that, but okay, I'm still listening. Marvel is the keyword. Video editing. Think School has more loyal audience. Okay, let me reveal what happened. Can we go on to the next slide? Because loyalty, true loyalty, true loyalty lies in the long form. And what might be the reason for that? I'll tell you the reason. Okay. In short form content, which is your reels, which is your shorts, which is your Facebook short form videos, which is your MX Takatak, if you're interested in that. I don't know why you would be, but if you are, go for it. Uh, the reason for that is because in short form content, you only have 30 seconds to actually hook the audience. You have, let's say, I'm talking about something as complex as finance. I have 30 seconds to tell it to you. 30 seconds. That's it. But in the long term, I have the liberty, I have the luxury to make you feel certain emotions. I can show you what my intellect looks like. I can make you happy. I can make you laugh. I can make you cry. These are the luxuries that are only exclusive, at least for now, towards long form. Okay. But right. Okay. Let's go to the next slide. Okay. So we have understood like why long form is the key for the future. Okay, I have another quiz for you guys. Okay, we have I know a lot of you guys must be wanting to be YouTubers. How many of you guys would like to actually start a YouTube channel? Let me know in the comment section, in the Q&A section. I want to see if you guys want to actually start a let's say a YouTube channel. Absolutely, I would love to. Me. Absolutely, I already have me started already. Oh, kya baat hai, so nice. Okay. So if you guys want to become a YouTuber and stuff, you guys might have heard this word called retention. Have you guys heard of this word called retention? It's being thrown around left, right, and center. Retention is very important. Audience retention is the key. Retention. If you guys do not, like a lot of you guys are saying yup, but I saw a few saying no. If you guys do not know what retention is basically how long are you able to retain your audience? Matlab, simple shabdon mein, how long is your audience watching your video? If it's a 10-minute video, how long is it watching? Okay, it's in percentage. Now, the higher the retention, it is said on YouTube and all the YouTube gurus at least say that I have heard of. They say that you need to maintain retention. Retention is very important. 100% retention you need to aim for if you want to be $1 million channel. Aim for retention. So my question to you is, okay, we have made 2 videos. One of them has 200K views almost. We posted 4 months ago. Okay. And we posted 4 months ago. And at one point, this was our most popular video. This was the highest viewed video at one point. Okay. And the other hand, we have a video on RBI versus dollar. And it has 54K views. It is by far our lowest performing video. Like to be fair to us, this was posted when we were at around 20,000 subscribers. So even then we have like lots and lots of views. But I still want to ask you guys, who do you think is how do I answer the question? You can just type in Q&A. Okay. What?
Launch the question.
Yeah, launch the question. Who do you think has higher retention? Which video? Which video do you think has higher retention? It must be in front of you. You can see a poll in front of you. Let me ask us. Some people are saying RBI dollar. Some people are saying Amazon scam. I want to hear what you guys think. Which one has higher retention? Oh, kya baat hai. Second video, first video, second video, first video, second video, first video. Let the poll go on for 1 more minute. Right one, because people are interested in it. Okay, let's see if you are right or wrong, sir. I'm sure by the answer you're gonna get thrown off. Let's see what the reality behind it is. Let's share the poll. Okay, most of the people are saying that Amazon scam has higher retention. Okay, and RBI dollar has lower retention. Okay, let's see what the reality is. Okay, let's see. You can see on the right hand side, there is a 45% retention. We got average view duration of 2 minutes. Okay, right now we get average view duration of 7 minutes. And on the other hand, you can see our lowest performing video has a very high retention rate, 60%, almost 60%, which is crazy. Look at that, 60% retention. It's actually very insane. But then, okay, what's going on? Everybody is saying retention is the most important key. If retention is the most important factor, then how come this video on the right that has lower retention, that has only an average view duration of 2 minutes, has much higher view count than on the left, which has retention of 60%? 60% retention. I'll tell you why. Okay. The reason behind it is, can we put in the next this? Okay. Because ultimately everybody will be out there telling you, sir, listen, you need to create videos that have the highest retention. But in reality, the views that have videos that have always worked for me, for Varun Maya on his Varun Maya channel, for me on my Papa Okish channel, and at AV, which is the biggest channel me and Varun have been working on for the very long period of time, is ultimately it comes down to really, really, really good videos that are epic. Casey Neistat has created epic videos. Have you ever seen Casey Neistat being going crazy behind retention, having fast cuts? No, he's the person who has the slowest videos of all the vloggers. Super slow. He'll speak like he's an old man, mostly because he is. But it comes down to actually just how good of a video you're creating. But then you will ask, okay, so what is this? What makes a video epic? What is it? How do I create really epic videos? How do I create good videos? I'll tell you. Ultimately, it comes down to telling a good story. If you cannot tell a good story, it's gonna be super, super, super difficult for you to be able to really get that success that you want over a long period of time, right? So you need to, if you try to really focus on retention and you try to have super small cuts and make a jam-packed videos, I see a lot of people trying to copy Mr. Beast in India and they try to jam-pack all the videos, but still get only 100 views. And then on the other hand, we have AV videos where they are super slow, especially Varun. Varun speaks super slow. He speaks like he's an old man. Partially again because he's a very old man. Okay, but let's go to the next slide. Okay, one of the big things that I have understood in my life, in my journey of being a video editor, being a YouTuber, being a storyteller, is if you want to tell a really good story, if you want to truly create a epic, term epic video, you need to be able to understand one thing, right? Which 90% of editors are not able to understand, which is called something called pacing. Okay, pacing basically means the flow of the video. How are you able to flow the video? I have one example for you and we'll come back to cuts, but let's go to the next slide. I want to show you guys something. Okay, so one thing that one thing that I've realized is if you want to be able to tell a good story and if you want to be able to have a good flow in particular in your videos, right? What you need to be able to do is you need to be able to cut very beautifully. And one of the most overrated, in my opinion, one of the most overrated things that I have seen is the people using this cut called jump cuts. Okay, and it does not help videos flow at all. And I will show you an example of what jump cut does to you. Okay, let's play. Yeah, give us a second, guys. Somebody saying goat movie though. I agree. It is a very good movie, but let's see. Okay.
Time to paint the table. Woo! A 2000 Microsoft going in the hole. Come on. It's alive. It's alive. Hold on to that. It's hot. In. Shut that motherfucker. Shut it.
Okay. This was the example of a jump cut. What happened here? What happened was there was two scenes. Okay. And they were just merged together. It is what's called having a jump cut. Okay, there's one scene here, there's another scene here. You merge them, and congratulations, you have a jump in time. Hence the name jump cut. Okay, the problem with jump cut is it felt abrupt. Did you guys feel it? It was abrupt. Did you guys feel it was like that impact? It didn't come. Did you guys feel it? Somebody saying yes, of course, I felt that. Let me know. Yes, I felt it was abrupt, man. I something was missing here. Something was missing. It made no sense. Of course, it didn't. Now I'll show you an example of something that we call in editing industry a J cut. Okay, a J cut is a super, like a secret cut. Not a lot of editors know about it. Okay, J cut is used by, as you can see, it's the first cut. J cut is used by professional Hollywood editors, Bollywood editors who actually understand how to tell a story, editors who actually care about what the audience feel when they watch the movie, when they watch the video. These are the editors who actually can, in true word, can actually edit. Okay, and there are a bunch of these cuts, but I want to show you an example of the same clip when you use a J cut. Okay, and I'll explain what exactly a J cut does as well. All right, let's watch this.
Jerry Fogle. Go! Time to paint the tape. Woo! A 2000 Microsoft going in the hole. Come on. It's alive. It's alive. Hold on to that. It's hot. In. Shut that motherfucker. Shut it. Shut it. Shut it. So.
You saw that transition, guys? What happened? What exactly happened in the transition? There was a very chaotic scene in first, right? It was super chaotic. And all of a sudden, it went to a smooth, calming scene, right? And you can see when you try to use a jump cut in there, it feels very abrupt. But when you used J cut, it didn't feel abrupt. What happened? What exactly happened? What do you guys think? What happened? There was a type of overlap. Okay. Audio of the sound clip came first and the video came later. Okay. See, you guys are so smart. I love it. I love it that you guys were able to pick up immediately. Exactly. Can we go to the first, the previous slide? So as you can see, in J cut, audio comes first and the video comes later. But why? Why do we do that? Why do we use, why is it so important for you to be able to bring audio first and then it all of a sudden makes it important? Why? Anticipation builds up curiosity. It's smooth. Actually, yeah, that is a very simple answer. It is smooth. But why is it smooth? I will tell you why it's smooth. Okay, because drum roll please. हमारा brain is थोड़ा सा stupid. Our brain is little bit stupid because in jump cuts, what's happening? Audio and video gets cut at the same time. You can see on the third bar, you can see that audio and video is being cut at the same time. There's a straight line. The blue thing is the video and the green thing is the audio. You can see there's a straight cut there. Okay. When through two of your sensory organs, which means your eyes and your ears, your video and your audio sensory organs are engaged at the same time, your brain becomes confused. All of the attention goes to that particular cut. Okay, in that moment, all of a sudden something changed. Your brain will be like, "Oh, what happened? I want to see what happened. Tell me what happened." And that's why your attention immediately goes, and that's why it feels abrupt. But what does a J cut do? J cut brings the audio first, which means you hear the sound first. And then it brings the video, which means you see the video later, which is why, because you're using only a single sensory organ at one point in time, your brain becomes a little relaxed. You're not able to get your brain's attention ekdam se. Not immediately you're able to get your brain's attention. And it's a little smoother, which is why J cuts are used. Now, does that mean jump cuts are bad, Okus? Does that mean you should not be using jump cuts? Absolutely not. What if I want to? What if I want to get somebody's attention? That is exactly when you use jump cuts. Okay. There are multiple cuts that you are gonna be learning in the cohort. There's jump cut. There's gonna be zoom cuts, which is you guys have all of them. You must have seen it. There's something called an L cut. L cut is basically a sister or a step sister of a J cut. Okay. Why is it called a J? Because it makes a J. If you can see in that shape, it's kind of creating a J. And then if you see on the L cut, it's kind of creating an L. That's why it's called a J cut, and that's why it's called an L cut. All right, on to the next thing. We have already seen this video. We've already understood what is a J cut and what is a jump cut. In horror movies, you use a jump cut. That is absolutely correct. That is absolutely correct. What is a zoom cut? You will be learning that in our cohort. Definitely, we're going to be exploring more and more. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Video editing. Okay. Yeah. Now we have understood how to make your videos a little bit smoother. But one more things that I have understood in storytelling is you need to be able to create emotions in your videos. You need to be able to make your audience feel emotions. How do you do that? I have a great example. Martin is going to be taking care of that. Martin, over to you.
All right, awesome. Finally, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Focus?
Yeah.
Focus, mute yourself. No?
Yeah.
There's echo. Yeah. Awesome. Finally, I get to speak after Ocus ranting for like 15 minutes. Just kidding. So basically, as Ocus spoke about J cuts and L cuts and how you can basically use pacing of a video to kind of tell a story more faster. Here now is the time to kind of understand how color and audio works, right? So as you can see in front of you, on the screen, there's a video which I'll play right now, right? It's a Varun Maya video, the Indus Valley Report, right? And this is a video which is just raw. There is no edits, no color grading, no sound, nothing. It's just a normal raw video. I want you to watch this, and then I want you to tell me about how you felt watching this video. Okay, let's play.
I have a problem with the way Indian influencers are doing things. In the last 2 years, every influencer has milked the concept of ancient India. Ancient India mahan hai. Old India was the best. We were the best in the world. I agree. India had great moments. But I don't want to stay stuck in the past. I don't want you also to stay stuck in the past. Celebrate the past, but focus on the present and the future. Today, I'm going to show you a shocking report called the Indus Valley Report. It is written by a venture capital firm. They are also an investor in Avalon, and they have given me permission to make a video on it. I will show you through data and a story how India has grown up.
All right. As you guys can see, that video, when we watched it for the first time, it was like, देखना मन नहीं कर रहा है, or इतना मजा नहीं आ रहा है, right? So, one second. Yeah. So, how do we make this video better? How do we, kind of bring more attention, and how do we make people watch the video until the end, right? Let's go on to the next slide, and I'm going to show you what I did with this video just to make this video look sexy AF. Okay, let's play it.
I have a problem with the way Indian influencers are doing things. In the last 2 years, every influencer has milked the concept of ancient India.
Ancient Indians का mathematics, Ayurveda, योग इत्यादि fields में भी immense contribution रहा है.
I agree. India had great moments. But I don't want to stay stuck in the past. I don't want you also to stay stuck in the past. Celebrate the past, but focus on the present and the future. Today, I'm going to show you a shocking report called the Indus Valley Report. It is written by a venture capital firm. They are also an investor in Avalon, and they have given me permission to make a video on it. I will show you through data and a story how India has grown up.
Alrighty. Chat, what do you guys think? Let me know in the questions. Did you guys like what you saw? Did you guys didn't like what you saw?
By the way, guys, this video has 500K views right now.
Lovely. I see like a lot of people, it's like great, beauty, damn. Yes, so this is what basically audio, video and color does, right? Especially when you're making a video, right? Let me talk a little bit about sound, because at the end of the day, there were very minimal visuals, as you guys probably saw. In the second half of the video, there were visuals, but in the first half, there was like just normally like Varun is talking in front of the camera, right? But there was a literal background score. There was literally like, some suspense playing in the background. It was like too dramatic that Varun is very serious about this, or there is something which is going on in the back. There is something serious that is going to introduce you to, right? So this is how we set the score with sound design, right? Your video is always 50% audio. And for us, especially here at AV, we always focus on audio, because at the end of the day, we as a team, or we as, as AV, we love giving you an experience. And that's what, That's what a video gives you. Whenever you go to a movie theater also, like there is like different types of speakers all around your, all around you. And you can hear noises from one corner, the other corner, wherever you go to IMAX or, to a 3D or a normal theater also, right? So that's what sound design does. It kind of adds more to the video, right? And as you guys already noticed, the color grading also changed, right? And this was shot on a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K, so we can, kind of play with colors. So basically colors also kind of, visually tell you a story of what the emotion is, right, of the video, right? Say for example, if you guys have seen, the movie Tenant, but Tenant has a very warmish look, right? When you watch The Boys has got a very cold look, like it's almost like, very dramatic, right? So basically, we are going to teach you in this cohort, how basically we use colors and how do we color grade these kind of videos. A lot of creators like Johnny Harris, a lot of creators like, Peter McKinnon, Sam Calder, these people use color to their advantage just to, make your video look very attractive. Now, let me go to the next slide quickly. One sec. Yes, so that is it for me. Next, I would hand over the stage to Varun.
Yeah. So awesome. So now you guys saw what you can actually do with video editing, right? There's a lot of technicalities that goes into it. There's a lot of sound that goes into it. There's a lot of overlays that Martin used in the previous footage. You can see the difference between the raw footage versus the actual edited footage that Martin had done there, right? There was, it was a difference of epic proportions, right? Now, but that's not the only thing that you can do as a video editor, right? As a video editor, you need to be able to look for things that probably you won't find footage. Say, for example, Varun has done a really good job in presenting right there. What if you don't have a presentation? Yeah, sometimes you come up in these situations where you have nothing, right? Let's take one such situation for an example, right? What if you don't even have a footage? What if there's no presenter? What if there's no audio, right? You should still be, as a video editor, you should still be able to invoke these emotions in the viewer, right? Let's take this photo, for example, right? All of you can see this. If you just Google this, you'll be able to find this pic. If you type Mahabharata, you'll be able to find this pic, right? Like if we give this clip to you, right? It's not a video, it's just a photo, right? If we hand over this photo to you as a video editor, how would you invoke an emotion of epicness, right? Let's take hypothetically a feeling of epicness, feeling like out of this world experience, right? How would you create something out of that with just a photo? Q&A. Go down.
You're not allowed to use even audio. What if like there's no audio, there is no video, like Varun was speaking in the last time, right? Varun was able to evoke that emotion of uncertainty and impactfulness, suspense. Yeah, suspense. It was like a trailer. Now, how do you invoke an emotion of epicness if you don't have a video, if you don't have an audio, you can't use music, you can't use sound effects? How do you do that? What do you guys think?
A lot of people are using us. Nice. What are the people saying? Zooms, text effects, emotion zoom in, right? Zoom in is one important effect that you'll probably use, right? This creates a sense of claustrophobia, right? A slow zoom in, right? It feels like the entire world around you is collapsing. All the walls around you are collapsing. It creates an emotion of claustrophobia, right? It makes a sense of something it creates a feeling out of nothing, right? That's what a zoom in effect can do. But we did something very different. I think this was in our Marvel video. You can go back into our Marvel video and watch it, but we'll still just play this clip, right? Can we play this clip? Yeah, awesome. Right? Can we play it once more? I want you guys to observe what's happening to the horses. I want you guys to observe what's happening to Arjuna, what's happening to Krishna, what's happening to Krishna's arm. Right? Now, this is a power that you get as an editor, right? This is something that you'll be learning in our cohort as well. right? This is something that we have done using the Puppet Warp tool on After Effects, and we'll be covering some After Effects in this cohort as well, right? I'll let Okus explain this entire feeling of how he made this effect.
Yeah, so we've been talking about how to create emotions and while you're using videos. For example, in the Indus Valley video, we wanted to create a suspense emotion. In this particular thing, I wanted to create a feeling of epicness. And as an editor, you are essentially a creative problem solver. That is the word that I use a lot at AV. You're a creative problem solver. So your goal needs to be like, what I think of it as is like, I'm going to use multiple emotions to make the audience feel a single kind of feeling. Okay, so what I did here, like exactly if you play it one more time, you'll feel that there is a slight zoom in happening in the entirety of the camera. Like it's the entire frame is being slowly being zoomed in. It feels like Varun said, right? Walls are collapsing. So there's a little bit of there was a little bit of claustrophobia feeling. Then what I did was I was like, I want to create a feeling of epicness. How do I create a feeling of epicness? I was like, every single Indian that has been out there has heard of Mahabharata one way or another. Every one of us has watched that Mahabharata epic serial, and that is the feeling that I wanted to get. So I picked up Mahabharata photo in itself, and then I made it move by using the After Effects tool called Puppet Warp tool. And that made you guys feel the nostalgia come back in. It was slight movement. So it was like, oh my God, this picture that almost every single Indian household has a picture this like this and Mahabharata picture like this in your house. You feel like this picture that I have in home or maybe had in home is kind of coming alive. Oh my God. So I used multiple emotions to make you feel a single type of feeling. And that is what a creative problem solver does. That is what an editor does. And that is what you're going to be learning slowly, one after the in the cohort. Okay, let's talk about the video editing curriculum and the modules and how you're going to be learning in upcoming, like if you decide to take part in the cohort. We have about 6 modules, all right? We have basics of Premiere Pro, right? Then we have advanced Premiere Pro, where you're able to do the cool stuff that you just saw that Martin does, you know, the sound effects and the tush and the tosh and the push, right? We have After Effects Basic, which comes under being able to do what you saw I did with Mahabharata, right? We have storytelling module where I talk about how we at AV tell stories, how we at AV build audience, and how we at AV are able to, you know, grow so fast. It's ultimately because of our storytelling. How do you make epic actual videos? That is a module. All right. Then we have a specific module on YouTube. Like I told you in the initial bit, right? Everybody thinks, oh, retention is the key. Retention is amazing. But how many of these gurus are actually gaining like 5,000 subscribers a day? That is what AV is growing at. That is the rate AV is growing at. 5,000 subscribers a day, right? How many of them are able to get 500K views per video? None of them, not any of them. That is what we talk about in this module. We talk about analytics. We talk about how to think of retention, how to think of stuff like CTR, how do you think of AVD, how do you think of impression, all these analytics that overwhelm new YouTubers. If you want to be a YouTuber, this particular module is going to be very interesting to you. Then we have masterclass. All right, let me show you what you guys are going to be seeing in masterclass. Sorry. Yeah, we're also going to be having a class schedule. Let me run you guys quickly through the class schedule. We're going to have Monday to Thursday, you guys are going to be getting assignment feedback. All right, Friday is going to be a mentor session, plus there's going to be something called a remedial class, because some of you guys will be like, okay, so I've never touched Premiere Pro in my entire life. One of such was our 2 people who are joined us here. One of them is Ayush, one of them is Rohit. Both of them obviously were also brand new. They had never touched, they had never installed Premiere Pro in their life. Right, so we're going to have a remedial class specifically for the people who have never touched Premiere Pro and After Effects and all these softwares. Then on Saturday, on Sunday, we're going to have classes every single Saturday and Sunday. Okay. On Saturday and Sunday, there's going to be a how class, which is on Saturday. There's going to be a why class, which is on Sunday. In how, you're going to be thinking like how they did this. Like, for example, how did Martin create those sound effects? How did Martin use those overlays? How did he do this? The technicalities. All right. And then the why we're going to be doing is, why did he do it? Why was the specific sound used? Why was, not something other sound was used? Why did Okus decide to go with Mahabharata and not a different kind of picture? Maybe why did he not use Ramayana, right? Why did he specifically use this picture, right? And why did he decide to go for this kind of feeling? That's what you're going to be learning on the Sunday class. So Saturday, you're going to be learning the how class. Sunday, you're going to have a why class.
As an editor, you guys are like, you should think of yourself as an artist, right?
Yeah.
So it's not just about learning what brush to use, right? Where to use it, how to use it, when to use it is far more important as well. You can just randomly type a YouTube tutorial and you'll be able to find, say, for example, how to make a J cut, right? That's not the most important part here. The most important part here is where you use the J cut, where you use the L cut, right?
Also, an important thing that I feel is very important, right? You've got to get comfortable with the tool first, right? As everyone says, everyone wants to learn about everything at once, right? That doesn't happen, right? Even for us also, like for Okus, for me, for Kuntur, it took us almost 6 to 7 years just to get comfortable with the tool, right? When we make the tool as an extension to our brains, that's how the entire thing works, right? Over to you, Okus.
Yeah, beautiful. All right, let's go to the next slide. What is going to be in the masterclass, sir? When you're going to be learning how to do deep fakes, first of all. We did this deep fake on our Bollywood video, which right now has around 300K views, which is double our sub count at least. Play the video, please. All right, watch this.
सर नहीं सर, मैं ये पूछ रहा था, आपको क्या लगता है आजकल ये बॉलीवुड मूवीज चल क्यों नहीं रही है?
आजकल ना ये लोग साउथ इंडियन मूवीज नेटफ्लिक्स और AevyTV पे ज्यादा इंटरेस्टेड है.
Yeah, so you saw that everybody in the comment section when we actually released that video were talking about like, oh my god, you guys actually brought Ranbir Kapoor. The top comment on that video is about if a small channel with 150K subscribers can bring Ranbir Kapoor, we can also, do this. And they were very inspired. Nobody actually understood that this was an actual deepfake. Of course, there were a lot of comments that were saying that this was a deepfake, but it's a good experiment. It's a fun experiment, right? So that's something you're going to be also be able to learn. Like, how do you use these things? How do you do deepfakes? Okay, next. Also, you're going to be learning 3D. You're going to be learning 3D. I want you guys to see what we did with Thanos in our Marvel video. Okay. We literally created a Thanos from scratch. From scratch.
Hey, welcome to the Bhanveer Show, India's second smartest podcast.
ऐसे यूज करते हैं.
Yeah, we also created this really crazy genie, and you guys will be like, just watch it once more.
Hey, welcome to the Bhanveer Show, India's second smartest podcast.
ऐसे यूज करते हैं.
What do you guys think of that? Was that crazy or was that crazy? What do you guys think? Tell me, chat. Tell me, let me know in the who sculpted the Thanos. It was sculpted by Varun Maya, and he is the one who's gonna be taking the masterclass of 3D. Yeah, it was crazy. Of course, it was crazy. This is the VFX level stuff that we do over here at AV. So Varun Maya is going to be taking the masterclass, and that's not it. That's not it. We have a little bit more, and we have another masterclass that is going to be being taken by Abhinav Chikara. It's going to be a design masterclass. Abhinav Chikara, the mentor of 10K designer, he runs a specific cohort about UI UX design. He's been designing for past 10 years. If you guys do not know who Abhinav Chikara is, what are you doing? Where are you living? Are you living under a rock? Right? So it's going to be being taken by, it's going to be taken by Abhinav Chikara. It's going to be a specific design masterclass. And let's go on to the next slide, please. We have 3 of our last cohort members. The first ever cohort that we did, we have 3 members of it. We have Ayush, we have Rohit, and we have John. And I asked them to come and join us on this webinar so that you can share your official experience, your honest experience. I want Ayush to take it up first. All right.
So hi guys, as Okus already mentioned, my name is Ayush and I'm 19 years old, and I was one of the members of AevyTV's first video editing cohort batch, and I would like to share my transformation as a video editor. So how long I have come here. So first, what we'll do is I will show you my first edit that I have ever edited, first video that I have ever edited, and I will show you my latest edit. So let's go through the first edit first.
So this video is gonna be 10 life tips from Varun Maya's life. So before I get to the tips, I want to tell you that this is not all just business stuff. Some of it is, but it's mostly life stuff. It's mostly personal stuff, things I've learned in my personal life.
So as you guys have already seen कि इसमें बहुत ज़्यादा like mistakes है, ठीक है, मतलब इतनी ज़्यादा eased in eased out ही नहीं, एकदम basic edit है. But now I will show you my latest edit जो मैंने अभी बनाया हुआ है, ठीक है.
So this video is going.
So a lot of Tanishq consumers were like, boss, you told me my gold is impure, but what do I do with this impure gold now? Tanishq also introduced several sub-brands like Mia for working women, Riva for wedding jewelry, and Raga, a watch made to seem like jewelry. Tanishq, a loss-making company up until 2003, generated $3 billion in annual revenue last year.
So what do you think of this edit? Like the next edit, what do you think of the next edit compared to the previous one? It has a lot of easiness out, which makes the video more smooth, right? तो ये कैसे हुआ, कैसे सीखा मैंने इतना सब कुछ? तो मैं अपना थोड़ा बैकग्राउंड देता हूँ पहले. So आई एम अ सीए ड्रॉप्ड आउट, ठीक है, एंड आई नो कि वो डिसीजन इतना मतलब सही नहीं है, कुछ लोग बोलेंगे कि सही डिसीजन नहीं है ये वो, बट मेरा कभी भी इंटरेस्ट नहीं था सीए करने का, ठीक है. तो अब और मैं मतलब बहुत ज्यादा यूट्यूब देखता था अपने, ऐसे कैसी नाइस्टाइट को देखता था, एयर रैक को देखता था, और उनको देख के ऐसा लगता था कि यार मुझे भी कुछ क्रिएट करना है, मतलब इंस्पायर होता था मैं उनको देख के. ऐसा लगता था कि मुझे भी कुछ फन करना है, ये मैं क्या मतलब सीए में टैक्स कैलकुलेट कर रहा हूँ, इनडायरेक्ट टैक्स कैलकुलेट कर रहा हूँ, इतना बोरिंग, कुछ मतलब फन करना है यार मुझे. तो फिर मैं क्या करने लग गया, आई बॉट सम यूडेमी कोर्सेस like some Premiere Pro basics और After Effects basics courses, but उन courses को मैं कभी complete ही नहीं कर पाया. मतलब वो their courses were so boring, मतलब क्योंकि वो सिर्फ tools से explain कर रहे हैं वहाँ पे. But when I joined the cohort, the AevyTV cohort, it becomes 10 times easier for me to not just edit the videos, but to get very familiar with the tool. And क्योंकि it's not just me who is learning वीडियो एडिटिंग, यहाँ पे 150 स्टूडेंट्स हैं जिनका एक ही एम है कि उनको हर अपनी नेक्स्ट वीडियो अपग्रेड करनी है, हर अपनी नेक्स्ट वीडियो और क्रेजियर बनानी है फ्रॉम द प्रीवियस वन. तो उसकी वजह से एक एग्जांपल भी देता हूँ मैं, ठीक है. सो द फर्स्ट एडिट दैट यू गाइस वॉच्ड वो हमारे वीक फर्स्ट का असाइनमेंट था जो हमको दिया गया था, एंड एवरी असाइनमेंट को मेंटर्स लोग मार्क्स देते हैं. सो आई हैव गॉट लाइक 8 out of 10 समथिंग इन दैट एडिट, और मैंने बोला कि यार अच्छा है, डिसेंट मार्क्स मिले हैं. बट मुझे पता चला कि फ्रॉम द देयर इज वन अनदर गाय इन द कम्युनिटी, सुमान्यू, एंड ही गॉट 10 out of 10, और उसको मस्त प्रेस कर रहे हैं लोग कि यार सुमान्यू कितनी मतलब सही वीडियो बनाई है, 10 out of 10 मिले हैं, ठीक है, मेंटर्स लोग प्रेस कर रहे हैं. एंड आई गॉट रियली जेलस, मैं क्या ये क्या है भाई. फिर मैंने बोला कि मैं बनाऊंगा अब एडिट में, जो मैं मतलब नेक्स्ट वीडियो मेरी होगी, ठीक है. सो और ये हेल्दी कंपटीशन की वजह से नॉट जस्ट आई हैव like better my editing, but I have even joined AV team. I even got hired by them. So this community learning thing is really helpful. Even John and Rohit will agree on this. What do you guys think?
Yeah, sure. So, hello guys, my name is Rohit Tarade. I'm 20 years old actually, and I was also one of the attendee of, I was also one of the member of actually the first video editing cohort, right? I'll tell you one thing, okay? Ocus yesterday asked me that, Rohit, I want you to share your experience about this cohort, right? So I'll tell you, I'm here to share my experience, right? So my experience was amazing, guys. I'll tell you one thing. Before 2 months ago, right, I was totally a beginner. I didn't even know a shit about video editing, right? I didn't know, okay, what are the cuts, right? I see most of you guys know, okay, what are the cuts, right? J cut kya hota hai, all those kind. But I didn't know shit. I'll tell you one thing. First few weeks were quite tough for me, right? First, like I had problems in the way, problem in the first week since I was a beginner. But what I did, I just texted Okus saying, "Hey Okus, I'm like facing few problems just because I'm a beginner." What Okus did, he actually introduced some remedial classes, right? Remedial classes are basically the classes which are for the beginner people, so they guys can catch up with others. Right? So we did the classes, and let's say after 3 or 4 weeks, we were like able to back on track, and we are currently doing it right. And the next thing would be community, right? The people always talk about key community. I didn't ever like believe key community will go this long, but I mean it now because see what happened. We as a beginner find it really difficult to like find assets or resources, be it presets, okay, right? SFX, okay, transitions. So what we did in our community, our cohort members, they guys made a drive link, and they everyone made their own audio libraries, right? And then shared it with others so that other can also use it and then add up their things to that. So this is how like the community helped me a lot. And if you ask me that, I currently have 3 amazing offers from good amazing creators. One being Finance Sharan, right? Creator with 1.9 million followers on Instagram. Then Abhinav Arora and few others too. So yeah, this was my amazing experience, and I'm really looking forward that you guys also involved in the same. So yeah.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm John Rodriguez. I'm a content creator. So I was following Martin's work for a while, and then also Varun's and AevyTV's work. And then I learned that, to succeed in YouTube, I'll give you a perspective from a creator side. I know Ayush and Rohit spoke about from an editor side as well, right? So I learned that to succeed on YouTube is to make good videos and tell better story, like what Okus and the team emphasizes on, right? And then so I joined the cohort, and it was like really transformation experience for me, like how it happened for Ayush and Rohit as well. Specifically with the workflow and stuff. As a content creator, you have to be like very efficient, but also focus on like, better quality content. Like these days on YouTube, you need good quality content, tough competition there. So I think it improved my workflow, and I used to produce like 1 video a week. I'm planning to now produce like 3 videos a week, also maintaining that level of good storytelling and, content quality and stuff like that. And I think like the biggest part, like everybody agrees, was the community, and it's like learning from them and also teaching them something that we know from what we learned with like portfolio, and also like taking feedback, giving feedback. That was like really impressive. I'm actually currently in abroad, and I was missing my Indian brothers and sisters, so that community was like really nice to be part of, and specifically like making good friends and stuff like that. And also you could even find like collaborators, co-founders, or even like, you freelance projects and stuff like that. So it's going to be like a lot of return on investment in terms of everything, right? Even in terms of experience and money and everything. So it was like really helpful for me. And there are things that I like didn't know right before I was doing, like facing momentum, and that you learned that why and psychology of what you do, why you do what Varun emphasizes on. And even if you switch tools in the future, you'll still retain that knowledge, and that's something going to be timeless. And you also become very strategic in terms of direction as well. So whoever you work with, you create a lot of value for them, like in terms of like problem solving or helping them grow and stuff like that. So it's not about tools and stuff. So yeah, that's my experience, and it's been really fruitful. And I wish I could even take the second cohort as well, but thank you guys, and I really appreciate you all having me and creating this awesome experience. Yeah.
Awesome. Let's go on to the next slide. Let me tell you how. So what we're going to be doing here, how the cohort is going to be structured is we're going to be breaking down multiple creators. We're going to be talking about how they edit, like for example, how Casey Neistat edits, or how Johnny Harris edits, or how PewDiePie, who's been the king of YouTube for the longest period of time, how he edits, or how Vox, who creates one of the best animations on YouTube, how do they edit? We're going to break down each of these creators every single week, right? And you're going to be kind of copying their style, so that by the end of cohort, you'll have like 16 different styles that you can edit it, right? Actually, around 16 different styles that you'll be able to edit in. And that is the structure that we are going to be following them. All right, let's move forward. Okay. Let me tell you what you will be getting when you join this cohort. Okay, the cohort, you'll be getting swag. Swag means I mean all three of these guys have received epic swag in on their address. They have like really nice t-shirts, really nice hoodies. You have like all these cool things that you'll remember AevyTV cohort for, and you'll feel this like exclusive part of this community. Of course, talking about community, we have community access. You'll be able to access hundreds of editors on your own, which means you'll have like kind of access to friends for life. One of the last cohort members, he started his own editing agency, and he found the co-founder in the cohort in itself, and now these guys are starting their own stuff. So that's crazy, and I'm really glad that community is evolving by its own. Like mentors don't have as much input as much the community does in itself. Then we will you'll be offering placements, but I want to be very clear that we are a placement friendly cohort. We do not guarantee placements at all. In fact, no college out there does. Even like I think MIT has like 80% something placement rate. So anybody who's saying you're gonna get guarantee placements, in my opinion, there's something wrong, fishy going on there. But we do not offer like guarantee offer placements. We are a placement friendly cohort, which means you will be getting opportunities to be able to apply to creators. For example, like Rohit mentioned, he applied to multiple creators, and now he has 4 different offers on his table, from Finance with Sharan to Nitish Rajput, who runs like a 1.3 million channel, and he's now offered multiple full-time positions. Then we are obviously, as I've mentioned, we're going to be beginner friendly cohort. Even if you've not touched Premiere Pro in your entire life, you will still be able to become quote unquote an editing ninja. Like for example, you saw Ayush did it. And then of course, you guys also going to be having a group mentoring session. All right. Let's go next. Let's go to the next. Over to you, Varun.
Yeah. Coming to the rules of the cohort, we try and stick to very tight rules in this cohort. Again, coming to the first one, we have right to ban people, right? Again, we're not going to ban people randomly or anything like that. It's just when people start becoming trolls, which we kind of look down upon, because it brings down the entire community, right? So we have a right to ban people, right? So again, this is going to be like extreme case scenario only, right? And then again, like Okus mentioned, we are placement friendly and we do not guarantee placements. And the third point is software is mandatory, right? We have had people show up with no PC, for example, no laptop, for example. It's a given that if you're attending a cohort, that you at least need to have a PC, and the basic requirement for attending a video editing cohort would be having Premiere Pro and After Effects installed, right? Again, Premiere and After Effects won't be provided by us. This is something that you'll have to figure out on your own, right? Again, a lot of people will be asking us about, your computer specifications, your PC specs. Will my PC be able to support Premiere? Will my PC be able to support After Effects? Again, I've had this experience myself. I've been editing for I've been using Photoshop for around 12-13 years now, using Premiere for a very long time, editing 4K on an AMD FX, right? If you don't know what AMD FX is, that means you're probably a Gen Z, right? This AMD FX is a processor that's probably was launched in 2008, right? If you have any PC that was bought after 2010, you'll probably be good to go. Because if I can edit 4K footage on an AMD FX with a 750 Ti graphic card, I think any other PC that has come out after 2010, you should be able to edit, right? Again, and coming to the last point, we do not offer refunds. The reason we do not offer refunds is because last time when Varun ran his course, is Varun here?
I think he's here.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry, I was on mute.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you like to tell them about the no refund thing?
Yeah. So here's what we've realized, guys. Some of you, obviously want to learn video editing. The thing is, education is one of those things which is, a lot of people think that in today's day, education is like watching a movie, right? You go to a theater. Even today, in fact, even with a movie, you can't go to a theater. You're watching Thor and you're like, I don't like this movie. You can't get up in the middle and be like, give me a refund. And education by definition is supposed to be hard. There is cognitive overload, right? We will expect you to submit assignments. It's not going to be crazy hard. You can work it into any schedule. You can do it part-time, not more than 2 to 3 hours a week at maximum, not even that much, right? But you need to put that assignment out so that we can give you feedback, right? And we give you long feedback, what you've done well, what you've done badly. Basically, with that feedback, you evolve. Nobody else in the world is going to tell you, hey, you're not supposed to be using jump cuts here. Udemy is not going to tell you that, right? So what we've realized is, because we want you to put that cognitive overload, sometimes it gets easy for a person after 2 or 3 weeks to just be like, yaar, assignment kyun kare? Right? Let me just apply for a refund. So in my first cohort, we had refunds for a very long time. It was a disaster, right? It wasn't a disaster. It's just that you give lazy people an easy way out. So in a way, you have to come in and shackle yourself and be like, I am going to stick. I'm going to become a video editor no matter what. And like Rohit and John and Ayush, you need to come out from the other side knowing that you have stuck through, right? But we still give you 3 days. We're like, boss, you get 1 or 2 classes. In fact, you get 2 classes for free. You get to see, or rather you've paid, you get to see the entire class. Then if you realize, okay, I don't like it, it's going too fast, I don't like Okus's face, or I don't like Varun's face or Martin's face, then you can apply for a refund. But we make that period short so that you make that decision quickly if you're having second thoughts. Awesome.
So that's the main reason for the no refund policy we have. And coming to the placement opportunities, we have lots of creators hiring from us. In fact, even in the previous cohort that we held, we have all of these creators hiring. We have Nas hiring from us. We have Abhi and Neo. We have people. We have Monkey hiring from us. We have Prakar Ki Pravachan. We have Shashank Udupa. We have a lot of all these creators who are hiring. Right? But if you're not probably interested in working with creators, but if you're interested in working with, say, for example, some companies, you're also tied up with other companies to have placement opportunities in these companies. Some of these are like directly through us. Some of these are through second. What would you call that? Through Indifolio. Yeah, through Indifolio. Right. Now coming to the price of the cohort, we have priced our cohort at rupees 19,000 plus taxes. We also have EMI option available if you would like to break down your charges into multiple different months. But the only problem is we are facing some issue with SBI. If you have an SBI, the EMI option will probably not be available. The reason for this, now a lot of you might be thinking when you saw this 19,000 thing, right? Well, like, why is this charged at 19,000? Earlier when we decided before the first cohort, we decided that we wanted to make it pre-recorded, and we wanted to price it very, very reasonable, right? Again, 19,000 is very reasonable, but we wanted to make it very cheap so that everyone will be able to afford, right? The reason we didn't want to go through that in that direction was because there is something that's extremely important in anything that you learn in life, that is feedback, right? Now, if you take, for example, if you take martial arts, for example, you learn all the moves, you learn how to kick, you learn how to punch. But if you take that martial artist and put them in the real world, they wouldn't fare well at all, because all you know is how to, say, for example, kick 1,000 times or punch 1,000 times, right? That is not going to help you. What is extremely important for us in this cohort is for you to become really good editors at the end of the day, right? So the best way to go about that is through a feedback system, right? Once you have, say, for example, you learn a skill and you learn how to implement, where to implement it, and you try and implement it on your own. And we have, as you saw in our how our course is designed, we have assignments, we have regular assignments, right? Every time you submit an assignment, we'll be giving you a detailed review, right? We'll be going through exactly why you need to be using a J-cut, why you should not be using a J-cut in that place, how your pacing will, what is wrong with your pacing. If, say, for example, we tell you that your pacing is wrong, it's not just, we're just going to randomly tell you your pacing is garbage, right? We're going to exactly tell you why your pacing is bad in that first place and how you can correct it, right? So that is the reason behind this. And if you have any questions, you can ask us in the Q&A. I think, is the chat open?
Yeah, it's in the Q&As.
Okay. Yeah, you can. We have the payment link in the chat section. We also have a community on Discord. I think
Yes.
Martin, would you like to take over
Yeah,
about
sure.
Discord?
So basically, we are we've created the Discord server so that if anyone has any questions or if if you're kind of facing any problems, you can just go on the chat and just let us know there, so I can help you out there, right? Secondly, I have also posted a website link, right? Say for example, if the payment link is not working, just go to the website and then go and hit the payment button, so it'll work from there, right? And we also will be having a scenes community, right, which will be emailed to you after once you do the payment, right? And also we'll be giving you an onboarding email as well, so that you guys know that if you've made it to the cohort or no, right? Also, another very important thing, we have very limited slots, so I would suggest like just click on the payment link, start paying for the thing, and let's get started. Let's make you the video editing ninjas of the country.
Quick answer. Some people are saying, will the EMI for SBI will be available? It depends upon if you are eligible via SBI. Like SBI does not allow if you are not eligible. SBI in itself decides if you are eligible for this EMI or not. So it depends on like what your credit score according to SBI is. That is the only issue that we are facing again and again with SBI. But every other card, we have like I think 15, 16 banks that are allowing EMI. We have lots of like everything else works. It's just SBI has a little bit of issue.
Hey, Okus, can you just talk a little further on the duration of the course and the timings?
Oh yeah, of course. So the cohort is going to be 2 months long. It's going to be every Saturday and Sunday. We're going to be having a class at 6:30 p.m. sharp. All right, 6:30 p.m. we're going to be having a class, and total there's going to be 16 classes plus some more remedial classes, because I do not want any of my beginner students to feel like, oh my God, I am lagging behind. I want to take care of every single student out there. And yeah, Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Technically, Friday there's gonna be a remedial class. Saturday, Sunday there's gonna be a normal hour class, and in between of that we're gonna be having your assignments checked, and there's gonna be a group mentoring session. You will also have community access where community will be giving you feedback, and you'll be asking community, hey, what can I do? The payment link, by the way, guys, is in the chat, or you can go directly to.
For people who are asking why it says 22 instead of 19, it's because unfortunately you have to pay GST. It's how the government works these days. I don't blame them. I think that's fair. But it's worth it. And I want to talk a little bit about placements. The conversation we have had with other creators as well as with a lot of the businesses is that we want placement numbers to start from 30,000 a month, right? Some creators sometimes come down to 20K and we didn't say no to them, right? As long as it increase the size of the pool that's hiring, why not? And this time we're going to have an even stronger placement pool and a placement network. One of the cool things is no matter what cohort of AV you were part of the AV video editing cohort, you always have access to placement for 2 years. So even people like Rohit, John, if they want to not apply for placements now and just want to sit out, right, and do it in the next cohort placements, we allow you to do that. So I know a lot of you are in school or college and you're like, I want the network of AV, but today it might not make sense. Then, well, do the cohort, and then you can probably get placed a year later or a year and a half later.
Also, guys, the people who are watching us on the live stream on YouTube, the link has been posted on the live chat there. So there's a payment link as well as a Discord link, right? I'm just going to repost it again just to, kind of, so that you guys can click it properly. Just 1 second. And
payment link is in the chat.
Yeah, it's posted.
Hey, Okus, also please run through the timings of the classes.
Okay, yeah, so it's going to be 6:30. Martin,
yeah, I'll mute.
So the class is going to be 6:30 to any class is going to be like from 1 to 2, sometimes 3 hours long. Our friend, our mentor Martin here has taken 4-hour long classes, because editing is such a creative endeavor. You can't just be like, hey, it's not like coding. You code for X amount of hours and that's you're done. Right? This is a creative endeavor. So sometimes you get in the flow. Sometimes you want to teach. Sometimes you want to learn a lot more. So sometimes it can become a little bit longer. The class can become a longer. But on an average, you can pick that it's going to be 2-hour long class. On top of that, I also want to let everybody know this cohort is not going to be easy. The assignments are not going to be easy. It's going to be a little difficult. So you need to be on board with that upcoming 2 months, I'm gonna truly shackle myself. I am going to come to every Saturday and Sunday, and I'm gonna focus on creating the best possible video edits that I can possibly do, and keep on getting better and better. It's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be like because this time we had some experience with some people were like, I don't know how to do assignments. I'm getting confused. Of course, that's where mentors are, right? But you also need to take that initiative that I'm gonna learn. If mentors haven't replied to me immediately, I'm gonna go through the site and Google. I'm gonna figure out things on my own, because that mindset is very important. That is what a creator and employer will look at. More than an editor, they will look for a creative problem solver, and that is what you want to become.
One of the questions that people are asking is, will I be prepped onto how to sit for placements, how to present myself, how to create a portfolio? The three people here are already examples of that, and we are the only, teachers, I guess, who would hire from our own cohort. Like, we're planning to hire another 3-4 people from the last cohort. We've already hired Ayush. It's very rare to find somebody teach something and then hire from that same cohort. So it's like we have very high confidence. In fact, we just wanted to train more editors, because as you've seen, we produce 2 to 3 videos a week. It's getting very hectic. We already have an 8-9 man team. We'll probably be a 30-man team at some point. Just editors, right? And I can guarantee you, every business in India is thinking about going YouTube, going hard on YouTube. Twitter is unstable with Elon. Instagram just is changing to TikTok. YouTube is the only stable long form platform, and they will need you guys, right? So it is your time now, and this is the best time to move forward.
This is my bet on upcoming like video editing scenario. Is like there's gonna be in-house content creators for every single company, because like Varun mentioned, every company will want to enable their own distribution channels, and the only distribution channel that you can have on a long term is like creating genuine content. And if you want to create genuine content, you need to have a very passionate team around you.
And the batch, one of the things that people are asking is the batch starts on 10th December. Right? I think
somebody is asking, will we get resources like audio effects and raw footages? Yes, you'll be getting all the raw footages. So you don't have to worry about any of your footage that you'll be editing on, because that will all be provided by us. So as you can see, I'm sitting in this production. I'm in the production space.
The studio.
Yeah, production studio right now. So
Also, someone is asking about the payment deadline. Guys, do it as soon as possible, because we have very limited seats.
First come, first serve.
Guys, I'm just looking at the seats filling out, and I would really recommend you guys move fast. We do reserve some seats, for people who are not able to pay right now and really need the time. There's a WhatsApp number. Can we just put the WhatsApp number on the chat, please? Someone from AV.
I'll put it.
There's a WhatsApp number. Please message the WhatsApp number if you want your seat held. We can probably hold it for a day, probably slightly longer than that. But you have to move quickly, right? And for those that can make the payment right now, it's better to just like seal your slot, right? December 10th is when we start. You will get confirmation immediately. We are available on WhatsApp 24/7 for any questions that you might have. In fact, we'll take a few more Q&A questions now.
How much time do you recommend putting in apart from classes? Like, we understand that a lot of people are like doing jobs on the side while they're attending this cohort. We have a lot of people who are students, right? So ideally, we would time it around 3 to 4 hours a week. So it will be like your entire week, you'll be spending around 3 to 4 hours, right? To spend on your assignments, and we'll be spending our Fridays on correcting the assignments before your class.
Hey, can we just put the payment link in the chat again? I think it disappeared.
Okay. We'll do it right away along with the contact number that you guys want to. What is your minimum requirements? If you've bought a laptop or a PC in the last 5 years, you're good to go. You don't have to worry about any other
I think
thing.
10 years is also fine.
To be honest, if you're not into After Effects, like something that is a bit more hardware inducive, you can definitely have a like super old. For example, our friend Ayush, who's a full-time editor at AV right now, is also edits on a super old laptop. So it's like you don't need to have a crazy hardware. Okay. I have 1 GB of graphic card. That is fine. Somebody saying, guys, I have 32 GB RAM. Will that be fine? No, sir. No, sir, it won't be fine. Come on, if you have something like that, of course it will be fine. It's very, very obvious. If you can play your latest game on high settings, you can edit videos. That's not a problem. So yeah, will this course be English Hindi? Yeah, it's gonna be primarily English. We're gonna be speaking primarily in English. So because there are people who do not understand Hindi, so we do not want to limit it to them. Plus, if you're a AevyTV watcher, you probably know like we do our videos in English only. So it's gonna be mainly English, but there's gonna be little hints of Hindi here and there.
Is 7th Gen 8 GB sufficient to start? Yes, Sudeep, it will be sufficient enough to start.
Yeah. What is the duration of the cohort?
Oh, and guys, I
is
forgot to
gonna-
tell you, and I think it wasn't in the deck as well. But this time we did a nice offline event for our community. We're planning to do one more for the old cohort. So every cohort, you get access to all the other cohorts events. So you can keep come meeting us even after you pass out of this cohort. In the next cohort, whenever we do the day of the event, you can all come over and throw a big party in Bangalore. Some of you are not in Bangalore, I understand. So unfortunate. But if you can come to Bangalore, if you can make it to Bangalore, we'd love to host you. We always do one event per cohort. The next one's going to be bigger, and you have lifetime access. So you will lifelong be connected to the editor ecosystem in India, right? And I think Viraj keeps posting about this, right? The Bonky guy. Just look at the demand for editors in India right now. Like this is one of those, like there's going to be a recession soon. This is one of those certain jobs, right? Where everybody needs it. Nobody knows how to do it. And everybody's looking at AV's growth and saying, how can we copy that? And trust me, there are enough and more AV copies that have come up in the last 2 months. And we are 4 months old, right? So you have opportunities to work there, worst case scenario.
And talking about Viraj recently texted me. He's like, yeah, I just wanted to be associated with some kind of organization that creates these editors, that teaches editing. And I'll just be associated with them for a long period of time so that they keep on producing editors and I keep on hiring editors, right? So like, I don't think there's going to be a problem when it comes to like pool, So
and yes, you will get recorded sessions. Like it's a proper process. Recorded sessions, assignment feedback. It's you will see what a tight community process is, how it's run, right? And you will actually feel like you're part of something bigger and make real friends. Like people have made real friends in this cohort. And I guarantee you, if you don't walk away with at least 1 or 2 friends after submitting 1 or 2 assignments, minimum, like you'll see it happen live, right? And when you make these friends, when you enter that industry, right, it's a brand new feeling. Especially my friend Abhinav Chikara, who's doing a guest session here, was telling me a story about one of the people in this cohort. He said this girl is from Raichur or something like that, some small town. I don't remember the name of the small town. She couldn't even speak English. She joined the cohort, got good at what she does, and now freelances with US clients. Think about what a case study it is for her. A girl child in an Indian family, from a tier 2, tier 3 family, to get that social mobility, to make those friends. And she's a mentor now in his cohort, right? To make those friends, to get that ability to start making $30,000-$40,000 US dollars. And you can make that kind of money, right? Once you get good. It's such a mind-blowing change, right? Which even today, college is not able to provide most people unless you go to the best ones. And if you go to the best college, then you should do this as a side thing. But if you're not going to a very good college, this can be a serious career opportunity for you to become a creator or enter the creator ecosystem. Tomorrow, you might be managing creators, right? But knowing the editing skill gets you the break in. And everyone here, every single editor here, including the new guys who just learned skills from us, are now getting access to this creator ecosystem. Everyone, Sonic's worked with 3-4 other creators, Ocus worked with creators, Martin's worked with creators, Varun's worked with creators. So it's like you get an in into the industry, and that's a very hard thing to get. To get noticed, to get attention, very, very difficult. Elon Musk spent $44 billion for it.
How do you record videos? It's just going to be like the live sessions in itself are going to be recording, and you're going to be immediately after the class gets done. It's going to be posted on the scenes, on the Discords, and on the WhatsApp and all the communication channels. And you'll be able to watch it today, tomorrow, day after, 1 year down the line, because you will have access to the video on demands for like at least 1 year, and you will also have access for the placements for at least 2 years. So you're gonna have access to it. But we would still suggest that you come to live sessions. Join the live sessions, put those shackles on yourself, struggle a little bit, because the reward after that will be much more fruitier,
Also, someone is asking, I've made the payment using AMI. How can I confirm if it's received and my slot is saved? You guys will be getting a Razorpay invoice in your email, right? So just go check your email. If you've got the Razorpay invoice, that means that, you've made the payment and it is confirmed.
Yeah. And later on, you'll also be getting an
onboarding card.
Yeah. So it'll be a proper tight run process. You can always reach out to our WhatsApp. Any questions, any doubts, just hit our WhatsApp. We will respond to you. We might not be able to respond to everybody in the Q&A because it's like getting spammed, but feel free to hit that WhatsApp number. It's on the chat. Can we put that? Can we put the message again? All right. So we're going to close this for now. If you want to directly reach out to Ayush, John, or Rohit, right? Are you guys comfortable with being on the Discord? I haven't asked you. Ayush, I know because he works for us. But Rohit and John, are you guys okay with being on the Discord answering some questions?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, happy to do that.
Awesome, guys. So that's like, third party, this thing, we only spoke to them yesterday about getting on this thing. So feel free to ask them any questions, including positive and negative ones. They'll tell you their entire experience. Awesome. So we're closing this.